With the full trappings of power, Uhuru Kenyatta assumed the highest office in the land, ready to execute the mandate of leading 40 million Kenyans. His maiden speech as the country's first in command, outlining his government's priority areas. The short-term task for the Jubilee government is to fulfill the promises it has made within its first 100 days in office.
Within the first 100 days of my administration, we will ensure that maternity fees are abolished and that all citizens of Kenya are able to access government dispensaries and health centers free of charge.
And yet another pre-election pledge that is on the lips of many parents and pupils.
Within the first 100 days, we will put measures in place to ensure that all students joining Class 1 next year within the public school system receive a laptop. We made a promise to our children, and we will keep it.
President Kenyatta also assured the Kenyan youth and women that his government would keep its word on a multi-billion shillings fund it had made on the campaign trail.
Within our Jubilee promise of round one, within the first 100 days, we will develop a framework to direct the 6 billion Kenya shillings previously allocated for the election runoff towards establishing a new youth and women fund that will be open to youth and women from every part of this country.
Acknowledging that the March 4th presidential contest was a tight race, Kenyatta reached out to his competitors.
Kwa wale ambao tulishindana na hawa, nirudie tena ya kwamba mashindano sio uadui. Njooni tufanye kazi kwa niaba ya Wakenya na taifa letu la Kenya.
Land was at the heart of the campaigns ahead of the March 4th poll, with Kenyatta and his family coming under scrutiny for allegedly owning large chunks of land while many Kenyans remain landless. The new head of state promising that his government had an answer to the land question.
My government will strive to work with all actors to ensure that the issue of land will never again be a contentious or divisive subject, but rather that land will be seen as what it truly is, a factor of production.
Kenya's foreign relations and place in the League of Nations was also at the heart of Kenyatta's speech. Together with his deputy William Ruto, President Kenyatta is facing crimes against humanity charges at the ICC, established by the Rome Statute.
We must remember that no country or group of countries should have control or monopoly on international institutions or the interpretation of international treaties.
With a new system of governance in place, as provided in the Constitution, the President affirmed that national government will respect the devolved governments established in 47 counties.
Supporting devolution is not a choice, as some claim it to be. It is a duty, a constitutional duty.
The country's new president will on Tuesday next week address a joint sitting of the National Assembly and the Senate to outline more of his government's agenda as it gets down to business. The challenge for President Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy William Ruto is to walk the talk and implement the promises they made in the campaign trail and as contained in the Jubilee Manifesto. The Kenyan voters await them at the ballot in 2017 to evaluate whether they kept the promises they made. Francis Gachuri, Citizen Live at 9 at the Kasarani Stadium, Nairobi County.